Welcome friends. As part of our lecture series, today I am going to discuss the topic Biogeographical Classification of India. The tendency to classify ecological regions and plants and animal groupings according to their geographical distribution and their essential similarities and dissimilarities is not new. Traditional human communities did this on the basis of their own understanding, though its knowledge was necessarily somewhat restricted in its geographical spread. In modern times, biogeographical classification started in the later half of the 19th century using the distribution of animals to classify bioregions, followed by the one using plant distribution to the same end. What distinguished most of these early attempts, and indeed all except some recent efforts, was that they were either phytogeographic, that's based solely on plant distribution, or zoogeographic, that's based only on animal distribution. An attempt to synthesize the two approaches and to come up with a fresh classification based on the combination of plant and animal distribution is very recent and has been prompted by the need to use such zonation in fixing conservation priorities. These three kinds of approaches have been used or analyzed by several authors recently. One of the major recent approaches to classification of India's ecosystems has been based on biogeography. The major objective of this exercise was to develop a biogeographical classification based on known information, which will enable conservation planning both at the nation and state levels. This classification uses 4 levels of planning. Number 1, the biogeographic zone, a large distinctive unit of similar ecology, biome representation, community and species. Number 2, the biotic province, a secondary unit within a zone giving weight to particular communities separated by dispersal barriers or gradual change in environmental factors. Number 3, the subdivision or region, a tertiary set of units within a province indicating different landforms. Number 4, the biome, which is an ecological unit and not a biogeographic unit. A biome can be found in several biogeographic zones or provinces. As per a recent classification done by Rogers et al. 2002, the country has 10 biogeographic zones. Number 1, Trans-Himalayan region. Number 2, Himalayas. Number 3, deserts. Number 4, semi-arid areas. Number 5, Western Ghats. Number 6, Deccan Peninsula. Number 7, Gangetic Plain. Number 8, Northeast India. Number 9, islands. And number 10, coasts. Number 1, Trans-Himalayan region. The Himalayan ranges immediately to the north of Great Himalayan Range are called the Trans-Himalayas. It covers mainly the districts of Ladakh and Kargil in Jammu and Kashmir, and the Spiti Valley, Lingiti Plains, Lahul Valley and Puh Tehsil district Kinnaur in Himachal Pradesh. Small areas in the rain shadows of Nanda Devi Range, Uttaranchal and Kangchenjunga Range, Sikkim are also part of this zone. The region is the most elevated zone on the earth and varies from 2800 meter in the Indus to over 7000 meters in the Himalayan and Karakoram ranges. Most of the part of this Himalayan range lies in the Tibet and hence also called Tibetan Himalaya, with an average elevation of 3000 meters above mean sea level. The Trans-Himalayas stretch for a distance of about 1000 kilometers in east-west direction, and its average width varies from 40 kilometers at the eastern and western extremities and about 225 kilometers in the central part. The area is a distinct biogeographic unit with harsh climatic conditions and is usually referred to as cold desert. The Zanskar range branches off from the Great Himalayan Range near 80° east longitude and runs more or less parallel to it. The Nanga Parbat, 8,126 meter altitude, forms its culmination in the northwest, but the adjoining Deosai mountain may also be included in it. Ladakh range is in the north of the Zanskar range, which runs parallel to it. This range is having the average elevation of 5,800 meters above sea level, and it's about 300 kilometers long. Only few peaks of this range attain height of over 6,000 meters. The Rakaposhi Haramosh range beyond the Indus may be treated as extension of the Ladakh range to the northwest. The Kailash range, Gangdais in Chinese, in western Tibet is an offshoot of the Ladakh range. Its average elevation is 5,500 to 6,000 meters above sea level, and its average width is 30 kilometers. Mount Kailash, with an altitude of 6,714 meters, is the highest peak of this range. River Indus originates from the northern slope of the Kailash range. The northernmost range of the Trans-Himalayan range in India is the Great Karakoram range, also known as Krishnagiri. It forms India's frontiers with Afghanistan and China and acts as a watershed between India and Turkestan. It's a range of lofty peaks, and its elevation hardly ever falls below 5,500 meters. It is the abode of some of the greatest glaciers of the world outside the polar regions. Some of the peaks are more than 8,000 meters above mean sea level. K2 is the second highest peak in the world and highest in the Indian territory. It has been named as Goodwin Austen by the Britishers and Kogir by the China. The other peaks which are rising more than 8,000 meters above sea level and located in this range are Gasharbam, first hidden peak with an altitude of 8,068 meters, Broad Peak with an altitude of 8,047 meters, and Gasharbam second with an altitude of 8,035 meters. Another 19 peaks in the Karakoram range cross the 7,600 meter elevation mark, and those over 7,000 meter have not been fully enumerated. The Ladakh Plateau in Karakoram range is the highest plateau of the Indian Union with an average elevation of over 5,000 meters above sea level. Number second, Himalaya. The Himalaya zone consists of an area of 2,10,662 square kilometers, approximately 6.41% of the country's total land surface. It includes Northwest Himalaya, Kashmir to the Satluj River in Himachal Pradesh, West Himalaya, Satluj River to the Gandak River in Nepal, Central Himalaya, Gandak River in Nepal through West Bengal and Sikkim to central Bhutan, and East Himalaya, central Bhutan and Arunachal Pradesh. The fantastic altitude gradient results in the tremendous biodiversity of the Himalayan region. Flora and fauna vary according to both altitude and climatic conditions, with tropical rainforests in the eastern Himalayas and dense subtropical and alpine forests in the central and western Himalayas. The lower levels of the mountain range support many types of orchids. On the eastern slopes, rhododendrons grow to the tree height. Animals of Himalayas show several behavioral and physiological adaptations. Sambar and mudjack are found in the subtropical foothills. Saro, goral and Himalayan thar are found in the temperate and subalpine regions. Snow leopard and brown bear inhabit the alpine ranges. Carnivores are the most elusive of all mammals in the Himalayas. There are a variety of carnivores in the higher mountains, some of which are rare and threatened with extinction. Deserts. The Indian desert is the northwestern boundary of India and covers mainly the western and northwestern region of Rajasthan and part of Kutch region of Gujarat in the southwest. It has an elevation of about 350 to 450 meters above sea level at the Aravalli range in the east, about 100 meter in the south and west, and about 20 meter in the run of Kutch. The climate of the deserts is characterized by very hot and dry summer and cold winter. Rainfall is less than 70 centimeters. The plants are mostly xerophytic with babul, kikar and wild palm growing in areas of moderate rainfall. Indian bustard, a highly endangered bird species, is found here. Camels, wild asses, foxes and snakes are also found in hot and arid deserts. Semi-arid areas. This region is a zone of transition between the true desert in the west to the extensive communities of the Deccan Peninsula, India, to the south and east. This zone includes the plains of Punjab, Delhi, Haryana, fringe of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, western edges of Uttar Pradesh, eastern Rajasthan, eastern Gujarat and northwest Madhya Pradesh. The semi-arid zone represents a characteristic savanna woodland and dry deciduous and tropical thorn forest zone in western India. The Aravalli system constitutes the heart of this zone, which primarily supports two vegetation types, which are tropical dry deciduous forests and tropical thorn forests. The natural vegetation consists of tropical thorn forests and tropical dry deciduous forests, moisture forests and mangroves. The sandy plains have a few scattered trees of acacia and prosopis. The gravelly plains have calotropes, gymnospora, etc. The rocky habitats are covered by bushes of euphorbia, while species of salvadora and tamarix occur mainly near saline depressions. The line of Gir is an endemic species of this zone. Western Ghats. The Western Ghats stretch from the Tapti river in the north to Kanyakumari in the south, along the west coast of peninsular India through the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. The Western Ghats zone is one of the 35 biodiversity hotspots in the world and is one of the major tropical evergreen forested regions in India, exhibiting enormous plant diversity. About 4,000 species of flowering plants occur in this region, which harbors nearly 27% of the total flora in India. Among these, 1,500 species are endemic. The Western Ghats region is a major genetic estate with a rich biodiversity of ancient lineage. They cover only 5% of India's land surface, but are home to more than about 4,000 of the country's plant species, of which 1,800 are endemic. The monsoon forests occur both on the western margins of the Ghats and on the eastern side, where there is less rainfall. This region displays diversity of forests from evergreen to dry deciduous. The Nilgiri langur, line-tailed macaque, Nilgiri thar, Malabar grey hornbill and most amphibian species are endemic to the Western Ghats. Deccan Peninsula. The Deccan Peninsula biogeographic zone includes a major portion of the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and Bihar. The zone is relatively homogeneous and ranges from semi-arid to moist deciduous, semi-evergreen type of climate. The central highlands comprise the Vindhya and Satpura hill ranges, Chota Nagpur plateau, Eastern Ghats, Tamil Nadu plains and Karnataka plateau. The Deccan Peninsula is a large area of raised land covering about 43% of India's total land surface. It is bound by the Satpura range on the north, Western Ghats on the west, and Eastern Ghats on the east. The elevation of the plateau varies from 900 meter in the west to 300 meter in the east. There are 4 major rivers that support the wetlands of this region, which have fertile black and red soil. Large parts are covered by tropical forests. Tropical dry deciduous forests occur in the northern, central, and southern part of the plateau. The eastern part of the plateau in Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Orissa has moist deciduous forests. Fauna like tiger, sloth bear, wild boar, gaur, sambar, cheetal are found throughout the zone, along with small populations of wild buffaloes, elephants, and barasingha. The Vindhya and Satpura hill range are known for a rich diversity of flora. Gangetic Plain. This zone includes the Gangetic Divide, the Upper Gangetic Plain, the Middle Gangetic Plain, and the Lower Gangetic Plain. This zone is mostly under agriculture and supports dense human population stretching from the eastern Rajasthan through Uttar Pradesh to Bihar and West Bengal. The Gangetic Plain includes the area adjacent to Terai Babar tract in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal. Ganga is the main river after whose name this plain is named. The aggradational Great Plains cover about 72.4 million hectares area, with the Ganga and the Brahmaputra forming the main drainage axis in the major portion. The thickness in the alluvial sediments varies considerably with its maximum in the Ganga plains. The physiogeographic scenery varies greatly from arid and semi-arid landscapes of the Rajasthan plains to the humid and pre-humid landscapes of the Delta and Assam Valley in the east. Topographic uniformity, except in the arid western Rajasthan, is a common feature throughout these plains. The plain supports some of the highest population densities depending upon purely agro-based economy in some of these areas. The largest forest area is under tropical dry deciduous forest, and the southeastern end of the Gangetic Plain merges with the littoral and mangrove regions of the Sundarbans. The trees belonging to these forests are teak, sal, shisham, mahu, khair, etc. The fauna includes elephants, black buck, gazelle, rhinoceros, Bengal florican, crocodile, freshwater turtle, and dense waterfowl community. The Gangetic Plain is one of India's most fertile region. The soil of this region is formed by the alluvial deposits of the Ganges and its tributaries. Northeast India. The Northeast Indian biogeographic zone is most significant as it represents the transition zone between the India, Indo-Malaya, and Indo-Chinese biogeographic zones, as well as a meeting place of Himalayan mountains with those of peninsular India. It comprises 8 states: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. The region acts as a biogeographic gateway for plant migration. In India, apart from the Western Ghats, Northeast India is one of the biodiversity hotspots in the world. Biological resources are rich in this zone. The tropical vegetation of Northeast India is rich in evergreen and semi-evergreen rainforests, moist deciduous monsoon forests, swamps, and grasslands. Mammalian fauna includes 390 species, of which 63% are found in Assam. The area is rich in smaller carnivores. The country's highest population of elephants is also found here. Islands. Islands are essentially in 2 major groups, the Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman group of islands. The Lakshadweep Islands are an archipelago of 27 small islands stretching from 8 degree to 12 degree north latitude and 71 degree to 74 degree east longitude in the Arabian Sea. They are 320 kilometers away from the coast of Kerala. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are an elongated north-south oriented group of 348 islands in the Bay of Bengal, stretching from 590 km from 6 degree to 13 degree north latitude and 92 degree to 93 degree east longitude. The Andaman Islands are about 190 kilometers from Cape Negrais in Burma, the nearest point on the mainland. 5 islands close together constitute the Great Andaman, 300 km long, and the Little Andaman lies in the south. The Nicobar group of islands are separated from the Andamans as well as internally from each other by 800-meter deep channels. The rainfall is heavy with both northeast and southwest monsoons. At present, 21 of the 325 islands in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are inhabited. Many unique plant and animal species are found here. About 2200 species of higher plants are found here, of which 200 are endemic. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands have tropical evergreen forests and tropical semi-evergreen forests as well as moist deciduous forests, littoral and mangrove forests. 112 endemic species of avifauna, the Andaman water monitor, giant robber crab, turtles, wild boar, Andaman day gecko, and the harmless Andaman water snake are found only in these islands. The Narcondam hornbill, found only in Narcondam, is a large forest bird with a big beak. Coral reefs are stretched over an area of 11,000 square kilometers in the Andaman and 2,700 square kilometers in Nicobar. Coasts. India has a coastline extending over 5,500 kilometers, varying in their characteristics and structures. The west coast is narrow except around the Gulf of Canberra and the Gulf of Kutch. In the extreme south, however, it's somewhat wider along the South Sahyadri. The backwaters are the characteristic features of this coast. The east coast plains, in contrast, are broader due to the depositional activities of the east flowing rivers owing to the change in their base levels. Extensive deltas of the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri are the characteristic features of this coast. Mangrove vegetation is characteristic of estuarine tracts along the coasts of instance at Ratnagiri in Maharashtra. Larger parts of the coastal plains are covered by fertile soils on which different crops are grown. Rice is the main crop of these areas. Coconut trees grow all along the coast. The natural vegetation consists of mangroves. Animal species including dolphins, crocodiles and avifauna are also found here. There are 26 species of freshwater turtles and tortoise in India and 5 species of marine turtles which inhabit and feed in coastal waters and lay their eggs on suitable beaches. Over 2 lakh olive ridley turtles come to Orissa to nest in the space of 3 or 4 nights. The highest tiger population is found in the Sundarbans along the east coast adjoining the Bay of Bengal. With this, we come to the end of this lecture. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.